Hey, it's because I'm doing a Timelord deck profile. And now, before I get started with that, I want to share this something I happened to get Saturday off of a friend of mine. So, yeah, I got my 3 archers and then my 3 hidden cities. So yeah. So that was really awesome, and now my sub-terrors are complete. So, that's awesome. So, anyways, yeah, let's get on with the deck profile. So 3 Time Maiden. So you can special summon this card from your hand if you control no monsters, and then you trigger it to search for a Time Lord, and then you can banish it, and then special a Time Lord from your deck, ignoring the summoning condition. But when you special, you cannot special summon any more monsters that turn. So 3 Legion, one of the more better cards, Time Lords anyway. So cannot be cannot be specialed from the deck. If you control no monsters, which all of the Time Lords have that effect except for the 4th down beat stick one, you notice on it, and then without triggering. And then it cannot be destroyed by a battle or by a card effect. And then during your opponent's draw phase, they take 1,000 damage, which is really quite nice. And then during your standby phase, it gets shuffled back into the deck. So, which is also really quite nice. And then 3 Zaphion. This card actually went up in price. Because it's just so good, and then I'll explain why. So basically, when you attack with it, when you attack or it's attacked, their effect activates, and so this one, it shuffles all spells and traps that your opponent controls into the deck, and so it helps with clearing back row, and so that way you can just push your game. So, which is really quite nice. So, and then the other thing to point out is that you do not take any battle damage from attacks involving this card, and so you don't take any battle damage, which means that you can just keep drawing Time Lords and then just keep on stalling and just burn them for games. So yeah. So 3 Camion. So when this card attacks or is attacked, you can target one card on the field, shuffle it, and then your opponent takes 500 points of damage. Which isn't probably the greatest effect, but it's really quite good. And then your opponent can activate anything in response to this effect. So, yeah. And then 3 Battalion. Probably one of my more favorite Time Lords. Just because after battle, you can return all cards or all monsters that your opponent controls back to the hand. And so if they use a bunch of resources to make synchros, then bye bye to those synchros. So it's really quite good. And it's also good against Zoo because they use all resources for their siege plays, and so that can get countered by that. So, and then 3 Sadion. He's not the more useful one, but that card's effect is still pretty good. So let's say you're down to 700 life points or something like that, and then you summon this, attack with it. Your life points become 4,000 instead. So, which is still pretty good. But like I said, it's not the better of out of the Time Lords, but it's still pretty decent. So, and then 2 Artifact Scythe, because I do run Sanctum in here. So yeah. And forget my black sleeves. The cards that I'm using in the black sleeves are actually supposed to be in my sub-terrors. but they were originally in here first. So this is the official build of my Timelords. So just with different color sleeves. So 3 MST, 4 Spos, and then 1 Raigeki. Raigeki is just help cure boards. Although Metallion does that same thing, but in case your opponent has a threat, you can bait it out and then summon out your Time Lord and then, you know, force the bounce. So yeah. And then 4 traps, 3 Artifact Sanctum. Just really quite good to help stop your opponent's plays and force them not in gun to the extra deck. So yeah. And then 3 anti-spell is you only run like 4 spells, so anti-spell is like really quite good. And then 3 losing turn because it's still a very good card. I mean, it hurts your play a little bit, but not as much. So 3 different dimension grounds because none of your cards go to the grave besides the scythe, and so other than that, your graveyard is basically pretty much open. So yeah. 2 mistake to help prevent searching. 2 lost win to stop anything that's threatening you. So Starlight Road, just good. Trench Hole, Imperial Order, because like I said, you don't play that many Spos, and so Imperial Order is like really quite good. And then 1 warning. So yeah. So that's basically it for a Timelord deck profile. Your extra deck is basically 2 stars rating. You could run like 1 of the decode talker if you wanted to. But that's up to you guys. I just run these because you don't really want to have your monsters in the graveyard too much. So, but yeah. So that's basically it for a Timelord deck profile. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll consider. Alright, there you guys.